Hello. Thank you for the pet. Welcome in. Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. It is already Thursday again. Holy heck. I'm only slightly late. This is fine. It is already Thursday again. Which means... Oh, thank you for the Christian. Hurry. Which means we're back with more coffee talk. Coffee talk. As soon as I actually set everything up properly, because I am very well prepared and I definitely thought this through. Oh my god. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. I think I got it now. Hi. I hope you're all doing well. I am once again repeating myself, but I'm so glad it's already Thursday. That just means one more day and then it's gonna be a long weekend, and I like long weekends. What I don't like is that I did not play a single one of our weekend games to try and maybe level a little bit in those. So we'll see how that goes on the weekend. For now, we're gonna focus on making some good coffee and tea, and hopefully not forget to give any of our customers their items back, because apparently in this game everyone's prone to just forgetting half the stuff. And like, I like these people. I would like to give their stuff back, but also if that was me, if I left, I don't know, family heirloom, I hate that word, like Georgie with his lighter last time, I would be like, okay, panic. But we'll see about that. Yeah. As soon as I actually tap into... Where's my game? I did not forget anything in the first game. Well, in the first game, it was not a mechanic yet. So maybe that's how. But since this one has a few new things... I mean, honestly, I would have been fine with like the same stuff as in the first game for this one as well. Just more characters, but it's a cool new thing. I like it. The devs forgot that the customers might forget something. Alright, here we go. Okay, I sit properly, which means we can play properly. Last save, 21st. Yep, it has been a little bit. Okay. Let me continue from where we left off, which should have been a Saturday, I think. It was a Saturday. We already... You know what I remembered? Yesterday, I think? Yesterday or 2 days ago. What I remembered was that I immediately forgot to check the fucking Evening Whispers. So... Oh, these are written by someone else. The stories are written by someone else. So hopefully no endless Romeo and Juliet. If Capella ever falls. The story is called Capella, the little goat of Origa the charioteer. She looks up to where I pointed, her neckline Is that how you write constellation? That looks wrong. Her neckline a constellation of its own. If the little gold falls off, do you think we'll get a wish? She asks between yawns. Well, I don't think that's how falling stars work, but maybe. I wonder if I bore her at times like this, laid on my balcony, the two of us and the stars. That is spelled correctly. Okay, my bad. I still don't know much about her. It's scary to get to know someone new. An entirely new sky to discover, where all the celestial objects are yet to form a sign. Where's the brightest star of her night? Which constellation does she display proudly in her north sky? What object does she hide between the dark clouds? Is there a place for me in her nights? When I ask that, I know I'm avoiding the real question. Is there a place for her in my nights? I still don't know if I actually am in love with her, or she's just a slightly above average looking girl who happens to fit my ideal style. Cute girl who's not afraid of wearing her own aesthetic. An unironic, slightly gothic, dark academia girl. Exactly my type. I'm still figuring out if I want to know her my own. If I want to show her my own night, to reserve one spot by the northern space for her to shine. Am I ready to love, or was I just lonely and she happened to be there, the empty space beside me? What does she think of me? Do we actually match each other well, or is that just what Tinder says? There's still so much that I don't know about her, and scary to think about. Does she like Murakami too? What would she think of me if she knew my playlist is mostly emo songs? How badly was she hurt by her ex-lovers? When does she think we will end? I shiver thinking about it. I hope it's a night's gentle breeze and not my anxiety. She puts her head on my shoulders, signaling me to hold her closer. Maybe it's a night breeze after all. Or perhaps she knows how scared I am to try and let her in. Perhaps she has shown me her galaxies and bits and pieces of her everything, and her goodnight text with those little Japanese smile emoji they're called cow emojis. The way she speaks to me, the way she puts her head on my chest as if she trusts me already. Maybe while I'm sitting here scared of loving her, she already has a constellation named after me. I look up to where Orita shines. Her breath feels warm on my chest. I hope I have enough time to learn everything there is to know about her, so one day I'll know every little thing about her until her sky map is etched into my heart. And if Capella ever falls, I hope that maybe I can use my own wish to replace Capella with a star named after her and have her stay there, in the margin of my starry night. Consider related words, in this case Stella. I don't know. For some reason it looked wrong to me. Unless she's a bear, in which case it's Gal Moji. Ha ha, Gal. The price of happiness. The cashier rang me $13 for 2 picks of... Let's try it again. The cashier rang me $13 for 2 packs of cigarettes I chose from behind the counter. It should be enough to keep me sane for 4 days if I carefully smoke 10 sticks per day. Wait, how many? 2 packs for $13. If you smoke 10 sticks per day, it lasts you 4 days. You have 20 cigarettes in 1 pack? Gow, where's my worsty? I don't know. Probably... I don't actually know what time. No, I guess it would still be during the day, so probably busy. It should be enough to keep me sane for 4 days if I carefully smoke 10 sticks per day. I lit one as soon as I left the convenience store. 9 cigarettes left for today. I checked my phone as I walked to the cafe I usually do my writing at. Spotify just charged me its monthly fee $10. Seeing that my last rap was 80,000 minutes and more, that was a tenner well spent. I closed a Spotify notification along with some email notifications about the permanent jobs I was hoping to get. All polite rejections. Freelance for a little bit more, so it seemed. I stepped out my cigarette in a trash can by the cafe's door before brushing the ashes that managed to claim some spots on my discounted flannel shirt. Yeah, I know. He's very busy. He's very busy for his finals, but fingers crossed he's gonna get through them. I believe. The cafe was completely empty except for the clearly uni students struggling over their assignments. People with proper jobs still work in a cafe after all. They worked in tall buildings with ID cards and fancy suits. Oh, that's fucking stupid. You were thinking of a different bear? Honestly, I was thinking of a different bear at first as well. That's also why I said time zone. Because Artie and I clearly are on the same time zone, so that was stupid of me. Kind of people who had their lives figured out with every expense planned well into their 80s. Yep. I sat in the smoking area, a cup of $2 iced coffee stood tall beside my laptop, droplets of condensation playfully racing each other to the table. Some droplets stayed on the brim of the cups as if planning their way down, finding the smoothest path possible. Tip does gao gao nya nya. Yeah, exactly. But like, Tip uses gao emojis as well. I don't think I've seen Artie use any of them. That's why my mind immediately went to Tip. I cheered for those droplets figuring out their track, not knowing what lies at the bottom of the plastic cup, not knowing if they can even make it there either. And so I began typing. I had to cover this economic research paper by some Nobel Prize winner about the amount of money you need to make per year to achieve optimal living conditions. It's $75,000 per year, by the way. The number for an immigrant who just started chasing the American dream like me was sky high. I do pay a fortune for my beat-up apartment. The monthly cost for the subway alone is above $100. If I count my yearly expenses, as responsible adults should, they should reach about that amount, if not more. I wondered if that meant I was living optimally. I mean, I sure as hell was not, but I wondered. Maybe the price of happiness is different for each person. Maybe those Nobel winners didn't count the price of addiction, or depression, or other words society categorizes mental health conditions. If they accounted for the price of antidepressants and sleeping pills in at $75,000, that is the cost for some people to be able to sleep and function. I was damn sure it wasn't included in that number. Maybe people born with more scars on their bodies have to pay more to be happy. And to think that happy is such a sadly abstract unit of measure. How do you even measure happiness in numbers? Any amount of possessions one has in a bedroom? The number of children you have and how that brain is facilitated by the digits on your bank account? And how many times you smiled in a day? If the last one is how you measure happiness, do fake smiles count? See? Too many variables, and I had to present all this bullshit in a 700 words or less article. 700 words or less article that'd be rewarded with $100 if it got enough clicks. It still hasn't and probably never will. So do you think this number is the right price for your happiness? Let us know in the comment section. I ended my article on that cheerful note, ignoring the irony of the question itself. Just like I ignored my 5th cigarette slowly burning down on the ashtray. Another wasted payment to cover the price of happiness. 5 cigarettes left for today. Where the love is. I often find it scary how he seems to always know what I want. Like this late morning, he took the rest of the leftover coffee in a pot to the kitchen and added some cold milk, ice, and caramel syrup to it before bringing it back to the small table we were working at. Here, 1 cup of morning coffee, and yet you still look tired, ma'am. I couldn't figure out if it was the perfect amount of syrup yet, or the little smile he wore that made the now iced caramel latte so delicious. With him, it's always a bit of both. Thank you, my good sir, just what I and this report needed. One of my favorite things with him has always been when we are jokingly polite to each other. Then again, if anything we do together is always a favorite of mine. Then again, anything we do together is always a favorite of mine. We came back to our Saturday workload as the day went by. You know, if you weren't at my flat, I'd probably have spent the day just hanging on the couch and watching Netflix. Having your boyfriend cuddle you in silence as we each do our work really boosts your performance, I can tell you. Often I wish I could just bring him to the office to replace my stiff office chair. Wonder what my boss Jolene would say. Jolene? She'd probably be mad, but I could argue that he really brings out the best in me and would make me less cranky at the job. The increase in work performance has to be worth it. I was still forming the right argument for my theoretical debate with Jolene when he closed his laptop with a long yawn that sounded like satisfaction. Stop yawning! Not already? Lucky. Well, I'm not stopping every 5 minutes to daydream, so... He played with my hair as he spoke. I could feel his fingers untangling my morning knots lock by lock. You don't have a boyfriend messing with your hair while you're working, so of course you don't already. Should I leave then? You know I eventually have to go home. No, stay till lunch. As you wish then, milady. Continued stroking my hair gently, sometimes attempting to braid it before giving up and letting it come undone again. I held back the urge to turn around and just kiss him hard. Damn that report. Maybe having him at the office would be a bad idea. You win, Jolene. We stayed as we were till lunchtime. You know, it's one of those moments when I love you from him would make the moment perfect. Yeah, that's missing a Y. We just sat there without a word. The thing is, he never says those words first. I can't understand why. He's a published poet, and yet somehow he doesn't understand the importance of those 3 damn words all girls want to hear. If it weren't for that, he'd be perfect. I know I'm nitpicking here, but still, it would be nice to hear it from time to time. So, lunch? He let go of his embrace so he could face me. My nose was still buried in my laptop, drowning in numbers and dull sheets. Okay, but let's order in, I'm still not finished. He'd say this then, I'm pretty sure you still have some coupons left. Spot on, both about the food choice and the coupons. Again, it's almost scary when someone really knows you inside out. I'd freak out if it was anyone else, but it's fine when it's him. Because, you know, I love him. He stood up and grabbed the phone he had left at the kitchen counter to place the order. Pineapple? He shouted from the kitchen. Of course, what am I? A monster? I could hear him chuckle in the kitchen, followed by the sound of a drawer opening. The exact drawer where I keep all the food coupons. All of me is like second nature to him. You know what? Maybe it's fine if he doesn't say I love you all that much. His readers might read his love poems and swoon over the moon because of his words, but I know it's me he's writing about. I know it's me whom he loves. It's me he understands like no one does. After all, he knows where the caramel syrup and the pizza coupons are. I know where the love is. Ah, that's cute. We're just gonna catch up on these so I can just check daily, like in-game daily, so I don't have to like read 5 of them in a row, like last time, or like right now. Devil in my eternity. The devil says to me, the price of my kiss is your eternity. The devil has the warmest smiles. She taunts me with the fingertips of ember, of ashes burning in something I too well remember. I still am spanning my eternity, aimless, in concrete jungle through history. Fruitless, hazy in dead people's memory, useless, an endless life wasting is nobody. A vampire has the coldest lips. Not for me, not if I wanted to. The devil has the brightest eyes. Sweet as angels convincing themselves to be holy, I'm still clinging to my eternity. I wonder why we stay alive, the desire to keep going, the desperate longing to be someone, someday. Promise you'll never leave me. Strike a match to burn my lips. I will be the death of you. The devil has the sweetest lies. Ooh. Strawberry hair. Put my heart on your charm bracelet, wear it on your sleeve, so anytime, anywhere, you can always count on my heartbeat. Unlock my phone with your fingertips, leave your fingerprints on mine. Hit my power button off, keep me away from the world, just the two of us. Remind me. Press the enter key twice to put some space in my poem so you can have enough room. Tense between my words. We don't need a grand ballroom for our chests to collide. He said, my kitchen is big enough to let Beethoven fill the room with Therese. The melody he composed for Lady Therese, so Therese can play his feelings simply but still prettily. Like your nightgown fluttering as we spin, like your upside-down frown as we let our touching skin speak of our innocence. And keep your glass slippers to yourself. There's no need for a fairy godmother in our story. You don't have to leave after 12. We'll dance barefoot on my kitchen tiles or on the grass of your childhood park if you want to, like Ed Sheeran in our own perfume. We catch our breaths on the park bench when you're too tired. Rest your head on my lap, run my fingers through your hair, pick that strawberry scent. And down to your blushing cheek to paint your nickname, Strawberry Hair. But only if you let me do all that. If you don't, I'd settle with your strawberry taste in my memory. Keep it in my breast pocket, so if you ever leave, I know which jacket I should stop wearing. The strawberry can still taste like a sweet thing for me. But let's not think about either of us leaving, shall we? Whatever will happen, right now you are my strawberry taste. My one and only race where my ego doesn't mind losing. Right now you are forever my safe place. You can have my promise, and I will always be your safe place. I did say that to many girls before, so it's an empty shack, but you can try to reside there, and if you like it, you can stay. You already got the key anyway, even before I gave it to you. If you like it, if you like me, ask me to make it your retirement home. If you do, I'll build you a pier so you can rest your ship ashore. With a lighthouse so I can light your way in case you want to set sail again. That being said, Strawberry Hair, I'm hoping you've had enough sails already and are finally ready to settle in. Oh, are we writing poems now? Granted, I like those way more than I liked Romeo's and Juliet's adventures. So this is an improvement. Now that we got that out of the way, let us actually get started on Saturday. Which clearly is today. Today is very much a Saturday. Looks like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. I don't know, I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. Hi! Wow, you still look off. It's too dainty. Dainty. What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No take-backs this time. Bye. Oh, is this still about the wedding? I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? I mean, a red, black, purple wedding would be cool colors. I don't see why not. Hey Nua, what do you think? Pale green, lilac and daffodil yellow, or red, black and purple? Pale green, lilac and daffodil yellow. Those are very nice colors as well. Pale green can be a very nice look. But I don't put Nua in the spot. No, it's quite alright, it's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding, your opinions matter, not mine. Don't look so angry, please. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh, please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted in Tomodachi. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive. But they don't have to be. That's just a marketing thing. They try to sell you that you have to have the grandest and most expensive wedding ever. And if you buy something specifically for a wedding, it's gonna cost like 3 times the price it would normally cost. I can guarantee you can find like most things, like be it tableware or decorations, and as soon as they slap that like ooh for weddings on there, it's gonna cost triple the price. Even though it's the exact same thing you could get in any other point in time, if it's not specifically for a wedding. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The keyword is extended. Do you even know half these people? That's not the issue. Oh boy, they're fighting. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Or die trying. I don't want you to... Saved by the bow. Let's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Nue. Of course. What can I get you? Something that will keep me awake. Still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice spiky kick, please. Any preference on a spicy kick? No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Any strong coffee with spice. Okay, strong coffee and spice. What about this one? Jingle beans! Serve it. Oh, wrong button. What's new? What's new? Ah, we're getting closer. It's still a bunch of French text I can't read. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Good evening! Warm drink with a kick for Christmas mornings. Also perfect against headaches on rainy work nights. Haha! How you doing? Oh, that's novel. Is it? Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. I certainly did not have an expensive wedding last weekend. To be fair though, would you really make your third wedding expensive? Like you already did. That sounds meaner than I intended it to sound. I'm so sorry, but like, oh my god. No, you know what? I'll show. Sorry, that did not come out right. I've been to exactly 3 weddings my whole life, and the very first wedding I ever went to was super small, like really just very close family. We were less than 20 people for the whole wedding, and it was just, you know, having the little ceremony thing. It wasn't even a church, like it wasn't at a church either. It's the other thing that I don't know the English word for right now, or Standesamt. So just really small group of people, less than 20 people. And after that, we just took a few pictures and then literally like just went to have Chinese food. Like no special banquet or whatever. We just went to get Chinese food. And it was gorgeous and very tasty, and the people at the Chinese food place, they were all like, "Oh, are you celebrating something? You all so dressed up." We're like, "Yeah, a wedding, a wedding!" That was lots of fun. And then the second wedding I went to in my life was a big one with like, I don't know, 200 something people. I was like, wow, I don't know anyone here aside from the actual people getting married. And I was not feeling very well that day. So and the third wedding I had was honestly, I also think that's big. It was like 70 something people. Like in my mind, that is many people. To some others, they're like, 70 people, that's nothing. But I think that's a lot of people. And I once again was not feeling very well. That was during the time I was sick, just a few weeks back. And that one was really, like, those two, there was so much going on. Like, oh, you know, we're having food now, and then we're gonna look at stuff, and then there's more food, and here you can take pictures. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I could not imagine festivities having that many people. Especially because, like, there's so much. 70 people's over 10 times the amount of people an average person technically needs to be around. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, when I heard how many people were going to be coming, I was like, God. Out of those 70 people, I knew 10? No, wait, that's not true. How many people? Maybe 15. Maybe 15. Like, aside from the actual a husband and wife to be. But like, and then you have to spend that entire evening or the entire day with all of those people. And I was just a guest there. I was a guest and was overwhelmed and wanted to go home halfway through. I do not want to imagine being the person in charge of having to plan all these things and actually, like, it's a day for you to be celebrated because you're getting married. Why make it so complicated? Why make it so complicated? There is no... It's not my kind of thing at all. Not my kind of thing at all. Average a human can get by just fine from a social and development standpoint, around 6 people. Oh! Interesting. What? You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. No. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. Fair. That's what the last study is. Interesting. I can't say I've ever looked into things like that. There we are. Hey, hi. My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. Do you guys mind? This is so much better. It really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile? Never enough. Ayo! Getting married is big bragging rights, I guess. I mean... I guess? I don't know. I just think that's too much work for one day. Like, I'd rather celebrate things like this on a small scale with friends. Like, Tex erase brain race. Okay, to be fair, good point. Tex getting married out of love. Getting married for tax benefits. Ugh, disgusting. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Height. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hi, sorry, didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Fuck you too, are here. You're weird. No, you're weird. I like that they're getting along so well now, though. I mean, they're still doing their little fights, but that's because they're both on edge, because they both want to make this a grand wedding, or good for the other person. Yes. Hey, hi. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway until Lua properly gets off work. Alright then. You hear me, Lua? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on a spice at a base? Nope, just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something, then double it. Oh, double it. Okay. What if I give you the red thing with double ginger? That's gotta be good, right? That's a red drink. Maybe this is the one we couldn't make yesterday. The red thing, yeah. Oh, I got an achievement for that. Part of Lost Angels Agency. Old enough, yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. That's the same text as before. Nothing new here. What's the description for this drink? A traditional Nigerian drink with an invigorating ginger kick supported by cloves and pineapple. Ah, okay. I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you cracked the height code. I got an achievement, so I think so. Yeah, I think I cracked it. Well, this is kind of troublesome, Nue. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed soba if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made soba like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. The G in invigorating is actually a G sound, not a J sound from vigor. Invigorating? Pressure stands head against wall. Okay. Invigorating. Invigorating. Okay, remind me again next time. I will obviously say it wrong. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. Why do you say was? She isn't anymore? When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. I see. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't that where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track? So a normal Nue stream. I just found a missing photo album of my childhood and I can only wish you could see how cute I am as a kitten. Aww. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey! Here they go again. Good to see that some things don't change. Ooh! It's such a dramatic backdrop too. Should start serving popcorn, Nue. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. That's fair. Should have counted the amount of corrections so we can see how much you learn. Someone's gotta write down all of the words I've managed to say wrong. Because I do not remember every single one of them. Sure, there's some big ones that I think I'm managing now, but I couldn't even tell you every single one that I've ever said wrong. There's too many words. There's so many fucking words. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. And I'm going to have a drink. Bye, Nue. Bye, Height. See ya. Ooh. Sure. You wanna go through all of my over 400 streams? And tell me all of the words I've ever said wrong? That's natural, man. It's easy to forget you about them wrong in the first place. Yeah, it's called learning. It's called improving. Adapt. Overcome. Whatever that meme goes. Thank God for walls. Yeah. What can I make you, Mr. Baileys? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yeah, chocolate with honey and milk would work. I can do that. 400 streams with some really long ones. Yeah! Exactly. 400 streams and some of those 10, 12, 15 hours long. And then you will find stuff like me prattling on about Barbie movies for like almost an hour while playing baseball in Persona 5 specifically. Even at 1.2. Yeah, it's still long. It's still very long. Which is why I'm always so surprised. How long? How long you guys are staying? Like, it's one thing for me to be sitting here for, I don't know, 7 hours and playing a game. It's another thing for someone else to also be sitting there for 7 hours listening to me play a game. For 7 hours. I don't know. That's wild. So wild to think about. What else did I unlock? Oh, hey! Right, your birthday's still one day before mine. Freelance designer and #1 pumpkin spice fan. Yep. Wait, where did it go? Perfect. This feels so good, Nui. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us on a miserable night like this. It's heartwarming. And of course, you're valued customers. Ooh! Really the only thing I have going on. Yeah, that's fine. I don't even mean like... Honestly, I don't know a single person who just has a stream going and nothing else. No, I don't think most people like watch a stream with 100% of their attention span. Wrong word, but I mean, I'm the same. I'm the same as well. If I watch a stream, I usually have the stream running somewhere and I'm doing something alongside it. Because I can't sit still. I can't be doing nothing at all. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then why all the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since you sorted out the situation with my family. You mean since you cut them off? Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lou and I haven't fought about anything. Ooh. First to backseat game. Yeah, okay. I mean... 6 monitors of new puts you in the living room 4K TV. Yeah! In the beginning, when I was trying to monitor how well the streams actually run, I would also put myself on the TV. That was very weird to be seeing, like, this moving the entire time out of the corner of my eye. An average anime binger, you underestimate my power. I'm the type of person to watch anime at 1.25 speed, actually. Depending on the show. I speed them up sometimes. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. There's roughly 30 streams you've seen. You had only a stream and tweet to go open. Oh! I try to use Twitter a little less, actually. I spend a lot of time on there. Like wasting time where it's like you refresh in hopes of seeing something new. When there is nothing new, you could be spending that time doing something more entertaining. It's going okay. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua's there, but that's about it. That's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomodachi. Every wedding picture she's pinning online. All the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. But what if she doesn't want a proper princess wedding? What if she just wants a nice day with you? When there's something new, so it doesn't take much time away, mostly a quick look. Yeah! Yeah, on my PC I also use TweetDeck. But on my phone I just scroll through mobile Twitter, which is a super old version because I refuse to update the app with all of its stupid changes. Everything. You are remarkably presumptuous, young man. Mr. Hyde. No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say whether you like it or not. You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want, as if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone. No, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants. But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself. But what if it takes so long that we reach old age, and we're still not married? So? You guys live forever. You are immortal. You could take 100 years to plan your wedding. But you're spending those 100 years by each other's sides, still loving each other. What's the fucking problem? You don't like mobile for anything? Oh, me? I use my phone a lot of things. If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you get is a wedding based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. Hey, Lise. But it also wasn't wrong. Give it time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde?
Thank you for the free sub. Hello, good evening. 10 months. You're getting closer to that full year. Holy heck.
Perhaps I should consider career and couples counseling, says the guy who's You're divorced, my man. You're divorced. He's just an ancient grandpa and a young body. True. To be fair, yeah. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling, doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was, until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract at the agency just in case, but there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you going to do then? Go back to my warfare dwarf buddies, of course. That's a joke. Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you? I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back to being chased by them. Besides, I checked in on them and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, the grandkids managed the whole enterprise, like it's some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now? That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Okay. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. You can't wait for Hyde to star in Yakuza 8 Vampire Hunter Edition. But no! He is a vampire! I don't want to start chasing him. I don't want to hunt him. Oh yeah, I used to be friends with the bottom pants. Of all the time in the world, I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. It isn't! Too much chiaroscuro dyeing. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt, shh. If my mafia buddies find out, I'll be in trouble. Thank you for the ID time and the posture check. Putting blue in skin tones can be fun. I mean, granted, he has very purplish skin already, so... You're always joking around, Hyde, but for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice, you're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to them.
Thank you for the follow. Come in.
What was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day, finally. In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Babies? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keep bickering. Nah, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in a drink. The honey. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while. Good elf. Enjoy your night then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Nue. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. I like that we call everyone Mr. and stuff, like we say Mr. Hyde, but everyone. Oh, the alcohol. What? Oh, because of his name. Oh my God. I was like, we don't serve alcohol here. What are you talking about? What's that about the mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk, but it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I'd been stuck in Seattle for a while, walking day in and out. At some point I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch. So you slipped his watch? You know me well, Nua. Some friends and we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep, then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, height-shaped, and I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view, for the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside. But to me, it was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when suddenly we heard a tap on the window. Let me guess, that was Gala? The wolf himself. He peers inside, and he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We'll just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh no, I wish. Oh, I like it when he's laughing, he's so cute. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. That's a conscientious bodyguard, if I ever heard of one. Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least not until he removed my Why is my phone doing that? Hello? Sorry, 1 second. Conscience. There we go. My phone just fucking turned its screen off and was like, I don't want to work anymore. Concentration. The Princess Carrie. I fucking love the fact that they do not gloss over the fact that Hyde is decently kinky. It seems at least not until I removed my gag. Gal acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. No, I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped talking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. So I just wanted some me time. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, hmm? That's what you took away from that story? I already knew you were kinky when I saw the ending picture from the credits of the first game where you suddenly had handcuffs when visiting Gala, so like, that's nothing new. But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped and this is my cue to go, before I lose all my remaining cred. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. I knew it. Yeah? Nah, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. And safe journey home. Dreamin' blue. We made this one before. Monday. first wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. The rise and fall of weird and box offices a brief history. Sold out, replica astronaut suits experience an extreme increase in sales. Huh? Okay. Whatever that means. Does everything happen for a reason or nah? Does it? I wonder how everyone's doing. Ooh. Some headphones that look the same as headphones you would wear with human ears, but then they connect up to your cat ears. Interesting design choice. I see. Trucker fell asleep and crashed near the 4th Avenue. No casualties, but quite a property damage. I reckon you want to avoid the area for the moment. Road construction, Leonora Avenue. What are these two? They're all just... Oh, the Yoda has a new picture! Hold on. Wait. This was not her initial picture, was it? With the guitar? Now I'm unsure. Sort of sip it for years? That's really what it looks like though. Happiness like a cup of coffee. Yeah, that's a new one. Hey, this might not help, but do you want to listen to me for a little bit? I want to tell you what happiness is like to me. To me, and maybe it is only to me, I see happiness like a cup of coffee. It makes you feel good, energized, ready to take on the world. But that's not the point I want to make. It's about how many different kinds of coffee there are in the world. How many different ways of making a cup of coffee. You still with me? Okay, so there are so many kinds of coffee, you know, and I'm not even talking about the type of beans and whatnot. You know, there are coffees you can get in a convenience store in convenient cans. Pop it and you're good to go. There are also coffees that are more special, made with more care. The ones made in cafes with cute baristas with their pretty smiles. There are even more special coffees, the one you only find in certain places in certain circumstances. The one you know you can only taste once in your life, yet you wish you could have it forever. But that's not how life goes, right? There's happiness you know you'll part with. Happiness you'd never get to taste again. But that's the thing, you shouldn't cry over a cup of coffee. You're supposed to remember the taste fondly, hoping someday you can have something just like that, something better even. You live your life in search of the better taste of coffee. Once you do, you realize that there are thousands and thousands of coffees in this world, with 1,000 ways of brewing them. See? That is how I see happiness. But hey, since you're still here, want to in on a secret? You may take many tries before you get it right, and you might lose many things to achieve it, but in my opinion, the best coffee in the world, the best happiness we can have, is the one we make ourselves. Aww. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. I don't mind the design of those headphones. I always, I'd rather them actually think about how someone with cat ears on top of their head would wear headphones than just, have them where human ears would be. And nothing else. Also, thank you for the high good time and the pat. Here we go. Right in the nick of time. Oh, hey! Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. I knew it. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.254% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. I hate numbers. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Good. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because the theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Nua tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Nua. No, it's alright, I didn't have anything important to say. Truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Though things are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Amanda dissing on the English language just like any good English student. Yeah! She's been here for like a week, not even a full week, and she's already got the hang of it. Indeed. We see and we agree, and we apologize for interrupting you, Nua. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary even. We are keen to observe as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory, but still we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalent of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Oh, DG-APCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and adventurer. He's deserving of respect. And his mission is to find a prospective partner. His mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Oh! Very intriguing. You're so professional, Nua. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? Me! Gossip? No. Maybe? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then. Yeah, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean a cafe? Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Nua, but things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with a drink? I try my best to explain everything afterwards. That sounds good to me. Then I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was a coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yeah, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Bro, I could not tell you. I know we just played the game, but I could not tell you. But bitter and tart, I can do that. This is bitter. And I'm also gonna give you a very funny thing. Yep. Oh god, I don't know how to pick up stuff with the controller. I'll just do it like this. Yep. What is... I got off the agent last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Nua, truly. You can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Don't mention it. I thought, you know, maybe you'd find a way to put it to good use. I'm sure I can figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. I guess I have somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. Does it? Does it? Wow, you still have no fucking text on there, do you? Perfect if unlikely combination of sour and bitter. And it tastes interesting. It's very minimal yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. You know, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight. And the truth is we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Oh well, I have had to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I've changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process, I chose the way I looked because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules, but there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface, or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them? Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories take place in the stars. So I changed my outfit to imitate this. Your outfit is a Star Trek reference! How did I not notice that? And at some point it all came together. One morning I saw myself in a mirror and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. I mean, I've never seen Star Trek. Oh my god. I mean, I can see it now. I can see it now, sure, but I've never watched Star Trek. That was definitely not on my mind. Oh. I mean, that's sweet. You realize, well, see, I mean, I realized in the end. It took me a little longer, but I realized in the end, so that's good. You think about Star Trek you didn't think it was? It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I've learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different, but same. Yes, different, but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Aww! His phone screen! Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she's phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet her. Ooh, Silver! Sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time to tell you I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Oh, apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again.
Curious that Earth-drink making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions.
It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well. Oh? On average. There have also been some small issues.
Earthlings are strange.
Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes.
Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed.
Horned?
Yes, that is when prospective partners send you
closer pictures of their horns!
She's worse! She's worse! She's worse than him!
People do that? Oh yes. I think it would be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know? But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do. Before they even write a single word. I can imagine.
And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications.
Funny for you 99.908% of the time?
Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient.
Amanda's been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl.
We prefer Laura. Her facial features are more symmetrical.
But Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthly. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile. Please desist. We can sense your hormones boiling. Can't wait for dating site blows to Amanda for being too good at getting dates to species. The Tinder plan. Okay, on Monday you go on a date here, and then afterwards you go here, and then afterwards you go here. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Oh. Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Oh? Wait, uh-oh. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not?
No, we have been enjoying it, but we also see the limits of it.
Newest screen time, yeah!
Neil is no longer named Neil. No. Neil is the guy you maybe just missed who just left. His name is now Silver. He's taken on a more human appearance. And this is a hive mind sister alien called Amanda. So this is a different person. Makes sense.
Yeah. How are you?
What do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply.
Oh. Eating ice cream to cool down? Nice!
I'm also good.
There's so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that.
You said that online networks were like a hive?
Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others.
I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has?
Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us, but once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete.
And Silver's on his way to getting a date.
It would appear so.
Ah, there he is.
Hey!
Amanda, we have to go.
What, again?
That call was bad news.
Too late, just hide behind the counter, quick.
Go! Uh-oh! Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Larissa, did you happen to find an ID card lying around?
A what?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
A what? Hold on. Yeah, I think there's something stuck in my ear. Nope. Must be the last fuck I give.
An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent, you seem to always doubt me. But you've been here several times already. Surely you should see by now that I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers, and losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Like when I worked at a delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. Ugh, that's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center. I'm very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them, which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often, but it's always seemed very above board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that some young people enjoy these as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise my superiors will have my hat on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. The average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? It makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing, at least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? Where does it stop? My guy, we have cat girls! And werewolves and vampires! Who cares? What if some Earthlings decided they wanted to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them, and in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All the time spent detecting them. It can be a good space as wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see, so how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check the ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder though, what is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel unearthing and hard, would they really be more different from the people who live in the city? Than the people in the city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful. Throwing those in the air and other things as well, right? At the end of the day, who the heck knows? Oh my god, Mr. Agent doesn't even swear. Okay, he says heck. It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. Thing is, the law is the law and my job is to uphold it. Hey! Hi, Room! Thank you for the short hair. Good evening! Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens. Well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them, it is more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But we never made a treaty with aliens or anything resembling it. There's no law even acknowledging their existence. I didn't know that. But why is that a problem? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There's been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. So what you're telling me is just a bureaucratic mess and you just need some representative of the aliens to be like, hey, we come in peace. We would like to coexist with you humans. Thank you very much. Bye. And then it would all be good. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it feels safer to keep them away, at least for now. Safer for whom? It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself, and going after them is not my biggest passion. But since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion.
Guys, over for 1 minute. Okay. Anyhow, just call us at 5 if you spot any aliens, alright? You seem like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Ha! Ha ha ha! That's so funny! That's so funny! You're so funny, my guy! Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward if they want their business to stay in business. Are you threatening me? My man, you have a cursed over voice right now? And you're trying to threaten me for not being honest? I can do worse than just steal your fucking ID card, which I've never seen before in my life. I do not know where your ID card could be. I've never seen that thing. I definitely didn't swipe it from your own pockets while the lights went out. Not so cursed so far? Oh, you don't think this is cursed yet? Oh, I will show you cursed. You just need a man to shop. There's dramatic reasons for wearing a straw and a Hawaiian shirt. Yes, on top of the spacesuit. Exactly. Exactly.
On top of the spacesuit, because that's gonna make it look the best.
Ugh.
What was that? The machine is back! Just a coffee machine. Seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. I think I'm still going to conduct a search of the premises, just to be on the safe. What the heck is this? A cat! Who's not very happy to see you. If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. You and your binary. And the pet. Our local cat. Good kitty. I think it likes you. What sort of place is this? With your fitty machine and your weird pets? Now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now, you and your cafe. Make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore. Bro, I don't fucking know who keeps reporting alien sightings around here anyway. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. What an asshole. Like, just a fucking asshole. No other words. Hate that guy. So what's happening here? Darling, I could be behind your neck without you realizing it. What makes you think I actually need permission to enter a building? Why are you threatening people on top of that too? No reason. I was thinking out loud because a lot of things happen lately, so it's just processing it. So if it was insensitive. Why are you threatening people on top of that too? Why does it? Oh, I have to actually open them for them to stop being counted as new. Okay, sorry. Silva, you're trembling. That's alright. He's an agent supposed to be good at investigating and he can solve the mystery of why no one likes him. For real! You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Maybe we should get Amanda something that is not a spacesuit, though.
Well, we found this experience
100% distasteful.
Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting.
I apologize. This is just nerves. We are truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No, I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Well, that's a good thing that little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you?
Meow. We see.
Do you speak cat?
We can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly.
It wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel all out of sorts.
Is the machine really working again?
It is, indeed.
Then make us a drink and one for Silva as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting, and what would you like, sibling?
I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. Hot, very sweet, and very comforting.
What about some tea with lots of honey?
That's decently warm and sweet.
Just some honey tea. Would you like?
Here you go. Plenty of sweetness in this. This tastes amazing. Thank you, Nue. This really is my kind of drink.
It is very thick, is it not?
Today is Thursday. You thought it was Friday? Yeah, no, today. Today is Thursday, yes. Thursdays, though.
The viscosity of this seems to be nearing 10,000 CPS.
You like how different this experience is from the drink you served us the other night? I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyway. Why? The agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Nue, you know a cafe I said I'm opening? Yes. Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAFE. 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 Society for aliens and various extraterrestrials. Wow. I know it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We've always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the hive or as an earthling. Aw, isn't that sweet? Amanda, I really do love you. Aw, what is love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more.
I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.429% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. You have a different part to play in all this. Oh? And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we're grateful. Good night, Nua. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Good night, Nua. See, now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that. Maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. I don't want you to go through space and reach Earth and then be scared of humans, for real. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Meow. Meow. Oh well, guess it's time for you to let me close shop. Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you! Ha! Ha! You for your time, by the way. So we are! We are from the hive mind. We are part of the hive mind. We were part of the hive mind. We came here way longer ago than Silver. What? What? I need more information on that.
Ow. I just hit my foot.
What the hell? They can't just drop that as a random tidbit. In order to be related to someone like you. What do you mean? Oh, this game.
Tuesday, September 26th.
Interesting. You also see being part of the hive mind because bees and hives. Stop them if they can.
Tuesday, isn't it?
During recent security breaches, government to block data leakers' websites. It was hinted on at the end of the first game. I know, but like them just like really going for it. That's First Workaholics treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. The weather's not getting better in this game, is it? Lol, easy. You made your follow message, welcome to the hive mind. Ah! That's a good one.
Hey, we're best friends now.
Would notice if you actually streamed. She's a 10 but about to marry a freelancing elf. So she's 100! Do you think VR would really take off in the future? I personally can't use it for very long, but maybe that's just me. Oh! Myrtle's actually posting something. Having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle, but it feels nice to have someone depend on you, you know? Busy all day today, don't forget to drink water. Still on hiatus though. It's coming together, I can't believe it. It's gonna be so good. Her song. Hopefully her song. Today's delivery cutoff time, 15. No night shifting. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Hold on. 7th of July by the Magpie Bridge. She looked so pretty in her rented hem-pattern yukata. It's such a shame that it was raining tonight. I wondered if the renting place would charge more if we were to return the clothing somewhat damp. I felt bad for insisting we dressed the traditional way for the Tanabata festival. But mundane thought immediately went away when I saw her looking as if she came straight out of a Shinkai movie. It was all worth it. If they charged extra, I'd chop my life savings at the lady who owned the renting place. She looked like dreams and it was worth it. Her with a yukata and umbrella in my heart and all. Too bad that Altea and Vega couldn't meet tonight with all this rain. You remember the story. Good. Nini, I do listen to your astrology stories, you know. Astronomy, but thank you for being there for my stories, milady. And our transparent convenience store umbrellas, we shared whatever lovers shared under the rain in their own world. The shrine we went to was unexpectedly full despite being a bit tainted by the rain and the puddles it creates. We had to line up in a small queue for our wishes, but that stretch of time was easily filled with small talk as lovers like to have. She hid her paper when I tried to peek at her wishes. Cute. As if she wasn't going to ask me to hang it on the highest spot in the bamboo trees. Hey, next year, can we come here again? We were on our walk back to our hotel when she began. Her voice was a bit too soft, sunk under the noise the rain made. I'd be thrilled, but don't you want to use your long vacations to go somewhere else we haven't been? Nah, I like it here. Here the moon looks so pretty. Really? It's raining though. I can't even see the moon. Silly boy. Her grin prettier than all the full moons I've ever seen in my life. We took our time to walk home slowly through the night straight, just the two of us. But you know, I'm happy that you think we can still travel the world, that we're still us. I knew I shouldn't say something like that, but it felt like my insecurities got the better of me. Aw, pretty boy. Talking about rain on the parade, huh? Sorry, I couldn't help it. What if it rains again next year? What if we're not all sunshine and rainbows like we used to be? Well, you know how in your Tanabata story, if it's raining, Altea and Vega can't meet each other on the Magpie Bridge? Then the bridge would be like, empty, right? She stopped in front of me, still so close under our umbrella. Then whatever happens, if it rains next year, the 7th of July, I'll be waiting for you in the Magpie Bridge with this umbrella, silly. Alright. Once again, the short stories seem to be very love-focused. Very romantic. So I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Or not. Hey! Good evening! Hey, Nua. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Thanks for giving him the key card, by the way. Good call.
Yeah, no worries.
I got an achievement that's called saved $100. Hold on. You're telling me if I didn't give the key card back, he would have had to prevent Gala from getting fined for losing his key card, probably? Oh. There's so many achievements. I just know I'm gonna have to play through the game so many more times, or at least to the days. Before you fall, he knew he used to be fantastic at math. That's not true. That's not true. That's sweet of you to say, but that's not true. Thanks for giving him the keycard, by the way. Good call. You saved me $100. Not a pro. Wait, what? A replacement key would have cost me at least that much, with the fines and everything. Ooh, pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then. Yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest. Oh, but didn't you call him for a spare key? I did. So... let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA recently, or so he says. I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much. Oh, there's something that keeps him coming back here. Says the something in question. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Really? What is it? Take a guess. Well, if I have to guess. Thank you for welcome, Raiders!
Hello, hello! Hi! How are you? I'm new. I like the color pink visual novels and JRPGs, and we're currently playing Coffee Talk Episode 2. How was your stream? I hope you had fun. Let me give you the proper Twitch shoutout as well that I still haven't managed to automate for some reason. There you go. Hope you catch it for the Raiders. Yes. Pikachu. Bigga. Pikachu. Thank you for the posture check. Oh, you played a bit of the newest Behemoth style. Oh, nice. Nice. You don't want to be spawned on the Coffee Talk? Okay, very fair. Thank you for coming by still. I'm doing well. I still have... oh my god, I'm so behind on Behemoth titles, not gonna lie. I'm so behind. I have so many. I don't have all of them. I think the last time they were on sale, I bought like the bundle once again because I already have so many of the games, so it's always cheaper to get the bundle. Oh no! I have all of the ones available on Steam right now. Never mind. I have all of the ones available on Steam right now, but I haven't read the last 10 or so, I think. I have to catch up on those sometimes. Oh god. I hope you had fun with it. Maybe you? Me? I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days. And I think you've got something more going on than just being good friends. Just saying. Oh, thank you for the non-binary. I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims. I don't believe that. Is that right? Who knows? Maybe that's changing. Because the answer's more or less your coffee shop here. Really? There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like? It would be truly an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. The free-to-play... Ah, ooh, writing super smooth is always also... I have to, like... I think I want to go in order, because it's like, I want to go in the order the Behemoth releases the games. But I'll definitely have to check it out. Enjoy your dinner, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Get some good food. Also, thank you for the pad room. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So, Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that.
Ah, the STMJ. Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Some milk and some ginger and some honey. That's a lemon.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Here you go.
One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. It's a lot. Sure, take my jeans.
I don't think that's what it means. I don't think that's what it means. A warm booster made of susu, milk, telur, egg, madu, honey, and jahe ginger from Indonesia, which I probably pronounced wrong. But yeah.
I am quite sure it's not sure take my jeans. You never found thought of even to be of interest to me. I don't think it actually got any sense. I've played... Good question. Hold on. The first one I played was the first one. Nope. The first one I played was, I think, the second one that came out on Steam, which was Asphyxia, which was just a bunch of cute girls that I think were based on some philosophers or something. Depressing, gay, cool artwork, very nice writing. Then the next one I read was The Way We All Go, which was extremely depressing. And then Strawberry Vinegar, which was also gay. And then Empty Horizons, which had an ending that left me speechless. And there's a few of them. Sweetest Monster is the one I would want everyone to read who's at least a little bit familiar with visual novels in general, just to... that one was... Whoo!
You're gonna go to bed? Okay, thank you for coming by.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I get it. You're gonna do this, that's fair. I always buy the bundles whenever they're on sale, but yeah, all of them right now together in the bundle are... that's a lot of money.
You think you're gonna call an early night? That's fair. Get some rest.
I think the last one I read actually was A Winter's Daydream, because that one wasn't very... No. Language of Love. Now I'm unsure. The last one I read was the one that took place during winter somewhere, and then all of the ones that came out afterwards I own, but I haven't gotten around to yet. Holy hell. One day. Thanks a lot.
No worries.
So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients: susu, telur, madu, jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Salome's Kiss is amazing. That's the last of hers you've read. Maybe I'll take some time to read them soon. It's just I would read them on stream, but I don't think all of them are like suitable for a streaming audience. So I'm like, Sweetest Monster is really good. Definitely one of the best so far. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. And consider it done.
Hey.
You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. Like, I'm not saying you guys wouldn't enjoy it. I'm saying that some of them feature explicit scenes that I cannot show on stream. That kind of thing, you know? And it's not exactly great outside either. Bad holding, hoo-hoo, spicy. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. And now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in a car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah, and he kept bringing up the past too. He's saying his move is motivated by nostalgia. I was going to say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by, considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with, indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. Oh my god! You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Hey! Oh, hey there! We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Hey! Welcome, Miss Fiona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire? There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea?
Sure. Tea, lemon, cinnamon.
The Russian tea that is not in fact Russian at all.
Here you go.
You missed like all of the coffee. That's not true.
This is Fiona.
Russian tea for the lady rushing to deliver. That's a good one.
Leona is...
Oh my god, what's that? I forgot what the species type thing is called. Not a siren. Banshee! Banshee. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A banshee, yes. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 AM. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise. I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Yeah, I got up at 4:30 this morning. I cannot recommend that. I don't think I'll be doing that again anytime soon. It was not on purpose. Well, sure, it was on purpose because I took a shower at 4:30, but I did not think that after showering at 4:30 in the morning, I would not be feeling sleepy anymore. So that was an experience. You woke up late again, which means I'm already getting tired again. Because he's gonna have a 3 AM and said tomorrow. No! Listen, there was one time in what's the game called? It starts with a C. I took a shower at 4:30 because I was feeling too depressed to do it yesterday evening. So I did it this morning. before work. I don't think I've ever had the stamina to pull 80 nowadays at all. Yes. Well, I had planned on getting up at like 6, but I woke up earlier, like naturally, without an alarm at 4:30 and was like, you know what? I'll just do it right now. Because if I try to go back to sleep now and then try to get up at 6 again, that's not gonna work, I know myself. So yeah, that was my morning today. Cannot recommend it. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person, which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. Oh god. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it would become more stable as the days go by, but... No need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. When you can't sleep, you lie there with your eyes closed until something happens. You ain't getting up and getting you more tired for the next morning. I mean, I usually just lie there until eventually sleep takes me anyway. I'm not usually the type of person to have problems falling asleep at all. So I've had some very frustrating weeks. Because I'm not used to having trouble falling asleep. It's not an enjoyable experience. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Do you manage to resolve your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean, the hospital admission problem from the other day? Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Do you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. It's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it, since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. It's true. Nepstone exists, going back to sleep. After papers, please, Officer Georgie really doesn't sound right. Okay, sorry, I haven't played Papers, Please yet. I plan on doing it at some point because it sounds like a game I would enjoy. But there's even an art college nearby, right? Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd how? It's just barren, especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long time ago. Perhaps that is what you're recalling? Flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Oh, hold on. I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. So many people! Oh, we're gonna have a full house in here. Hello, hello. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy, I thought it'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello.
Hello.
Noah, for the love of all things holy, tell me my letter is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Ah, damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it for you now? Yeah, to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure. Let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Cheers. Well, what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We're just talking about the spot where Miss Yona's car may have been vandalized. Oh! They got your car too, lady? You guys exchanged phone numbers! Do you not call her by her name? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or? Third smallest customer. Yeah!
He's just a little guy.
Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Noah? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, that's the breaks. Them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Noah, and don't forget my lighter. Your strongest espresso? Okay. Ah, this is how you pick up an item with the controller. Okay, good to know. Here. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Noah. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. You can't take my strongest espresso, officer. Coffee seller, give me your strongest coffee. My coffee is too strong for you, officer. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something desserty. This is my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song. For some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? Then I have the thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. Okay, so choco and milk and spicy. So ginger? Yeah, that sounds about right. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called. That's what we call it here at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Nua. You're so welcome. Yeah, I'm not a ginger drinker either. But if they like it, So, Pops. Just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience. Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. Got a point there. Yeah, we're talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Huh. Commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. Let's see. Why, what's up? We were actually talking about it earlier in the being a decades old landmark site. Could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Diona. Are you expecting something from me, Nua? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So, anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights, but yesterday was a different story. Hold on. What a stage setup, eh? Oh, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night, 2 spaced across the street and 2 in the opposite corner side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And the reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then at the end of my walk I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking it was another night job well done. Right? Wrong. As I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. She knew rapidly turning a hand crank trying to manage to generate power of the ouch once it's still like it's like don't mind the noise. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. I mean, no, it's one thing to like cut them or whatever to make the air go out, but to actually have all of the air leave to flatten them completely, that takes longer, no? I mean, and that's if you're using the right tools, right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh. Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. An airbender did it! Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. That's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see? Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Nua, I think I want another drink. All the talking is making my throat dry and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? What do you suggest? It's a band that she drank to size right now! How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. That actually gives me the entire fucking recipe. The red tea with ginger, and a little bit of honey. Thank you for the hydrate time. I do not have tea. You'd totally be a terrible barista in this game. Oh, why?
Thank you for the pen deposit check as well.
Get some more of the good stuff. Some more vanilla milk today. Ooh! One piping hot tea Jaya Rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? Jaya means ginger, tea means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see, a legit herbal drink. Yes, let me check on this real quick, though. Born and raised in Seattle, still a lactose-intolerant cop. Her birthday's the 18th of September. We finally unlocked a little bit of her stuff. That's nice.
Happy, I happy.
Totally American drink. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona, and steeped with roasted ginger with a touch of honey, perfect for rainy evenings. For a legit policeman. Yeah. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Nue. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops, because I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little bit, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me, but she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being government's term for unregistered citizens. Including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. And was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really? That's horrible. It was the main reason why the Fairy Market was created in the first place. To ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times. in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come and take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce, and I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being entrenched with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't there? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So, if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yeah? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. There were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Or the events I missed? It's quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable, so no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? That is sad. Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Lucas, eh? Sounds familiar for some reason. I mean, I'm kinda big deal online, you know? I remember now. The toy from the other day had his name on it, right? Knew it? Oh yeah, right! Because I gave Gala the fidget spinner. Just to see what would happen. Right. A toy? You mean the business card I gave you? Yes, that... I see now. Somehow you gave it to him instead. I did. I'm sorry. Let me be the one to apologize for that. You gave it to me because I was having a small trouble at work. Yeah? Was it helpful in any way? I mean, it's pretty good at easing up anxiety and such. I thought the children would like it, but apparently for them it's a little passé. What? Children nowadays mature really fast. They sure know their trends early. That is true. It's just how things are for now and in the future. Gotta keep up the world, else you get left behind. Yeah. I don't know how to say that. I got it right. Okay. Anyway, thanks for the idea of having toys around the office for the kids. I'll make sure to have more up-to-date stuff for them. Unlike in Famous. Yeah, glad I could help. Well done, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future additions, Miss Leona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Nua. Take care. That's not how you say in Famous. What do you mean? It's literally... It's Famous and has an inn in front. What do you mean that's not how you say in Famous? This is a joke, right?
Infamous.
I hate this language. I hate it. I hate this language with a passion. Why?
Infamous.
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 You okay? It's getting really late. Mm-hmm. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Stop mocking a poor example voice, lady. No.
Infamous. Infamous.
Well, just kidding, Nua. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Nua, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for our lady. Yep, what is it? It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. A lot of mint and a splash of lemon, huh? Okay, sure, let's try it. Ooh, a galaxy mint tea. Here you go, miss. The man sitting right beside you. It looks nice, very pretty. I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, no, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills. If you were to get a tiny universe in it, you'd be concerned. Why? Ugh. Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh. Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Or soprano, or whatever. Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Well, for real? The powers out of a sobe aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sobe aria? Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Like in early 19th century opera, Sobe arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts. I give up. You know what? I give up. Any other new words that plan on making an appearance tonight can fuck right off. Hence Sobe aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. Hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of the other works, but they always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you. And wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful yet courageous. Right? Because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Nue? Well, you're asking the wrong person for agreement there. Because I am of the big opinion that you really don't need to make your own life something special and to leave a mark on the world or whatever by being someone. Just live your life, enjoy it, who cares? No comment. Aww. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere thanks to my dad. Oh. Okay. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. Sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh! Just where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out. Oh! Natural causes, by the way, so... I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? But what were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my metal fist at him. "Gonna do so much better than you, sir," and all that. I see. But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was what went through his mind exactly. The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly! What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after. Good call. Thankfully, my youngest siblings and I are pretty tight. We're good soon. It's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house. Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? Because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know about how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. So you see, we're all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time.
Thank you for your binary. Good evening, Barry.
That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie.
Thank you for the pie.
Still... But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, "Hey, baby goat. What are you up to now, such a boy? Here comes the party goatie. Mr. Access. You gonna go fishing again tonight or what?" Fishing. Ugh. We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. I always tried to be the punchline though. Because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb joke just for jokes. Just so all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked. You had it difficult. Yeah. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? And so we've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... Wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally it will have like an interview at first and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. so I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered, but no, thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Oh, I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Nue. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Oh, okay, I really have to go. See you around? Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Nue. Come again soon. Aw, look at that. He's getting better. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Nue. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. And I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting always. Safe trip, Miss Fiona. And have a good night. Phew. I think I'm done for tonight. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Truly! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Everything hurts. But that was such an inconsistent closing time though. Oi! Overtime sucks! Ain't that the truth? Go home.
Wednesday, September 27th.
Yeah, sure, let's do Wednesday. It's gonna be the last one for tonight though.
What that?
World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Lunar Cell panel prototype ready for first test. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avatar tops US music chart. I feel like I'm not working with closing the shop. I mean, granted, I feel like there's actually it's many hours that go by. Well, we're talking in there. I don't think we're just closing whenever it's some earlier day. It said like they're open until the night ends. So like once it starts getting light out, they're closing, which is fun. Many things. Anything new in here? No. Have you ever heard a story that wows you? Wows? So you try to go for your dreams because you're so inspired to do something or anything? So it's just been really that lame now. Ooh! Taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Nice. You're so cute. Normal schedule. Have dinner with your team. Haha. Cute. What's that on the root pad? The Galaxy Mint tea. Witnessing the morphing nebula as the lemon is poured into the cup. Magical and refreshing. Sweet. What's left on the bar counter? Can I borrow your lighter? Sure, have it. Cheers, mate. You waiting for someone? Maybe, maybe not, I guess. Who knows now? Jeez, man. Sorry to hear that. Tell you what, next round's on me. You sure about that? Well, take it then. No worries. Sorry about your situation, man. It's a good bar, so drink on. Leave your sadness at the bar counter. That's what they always say, right? Huh. Amen to that. Yep. Come on. Here's to a good bar and to unexpected company, eh? To bring album pots into the mix? Yeah. Interesting thing you said earlier. Leave your sadness at the counter. Do you do that often here? Yeah, this bar's good. Bartender's kind and they won't kick me out if I drink too much, so yeah. Where do you think it goes after you leave it here? The sadness? Huh, interesting philosophical question you got there, man. Somewhere far away, hopefully, never to come back. But what if it does? Then we steal up and order another drink, then another, and another, till either the sadness gives up or our livers do, I guess. Tough life you got, huh? Well, Sisyphus and a boulder, you know? I mean, what other choice do we have? None, I guess. Yep, that's just how it is. I gotta go now. Interesting chat we had, huh? Tell you what, maybe this is the whiskey talking, but it felt like hanging out with an old friend, mate. Forget about the person you were waiting for, and hopefully I'll see you here again sometime, okay? Sure, man. I'm always here for you. After all, you're the one who left me at this counter, right? Oh, okay.
Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Hey!
Oh, hey! Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you too. How'd it go at the hospital today? Well, it's fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it a full moon already? Nope, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels, give us headaches, and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it's you.
Can come up with it? It's you, Noah. Yeah! Great. Next.
Since the Galahad can soothe your Fury, maybe it will work pre-Fury as well? Maybe, but I think it would need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine, and maybe blue. No caffeine and maybe blue. Blue I can do. Sure. Gala tea! Huh? Huh? Here you go. A gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Noah? No. It takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. No? Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Ow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. I'm very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Nua, guess I just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No? I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling, looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either, it's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Noah. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde. Ugh, fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Oh, I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Huh? You're nearing 40 years old. How many years? Wait, what kind of years are we talking here? Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. Aha! I'm not saying how old that is in other species' years. Eyes on the prize, no intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? Job. What was that? My job! Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modeling stopped being fun ages ago. I did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so... brief. Like when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep the outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months. And I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers, and it was something I would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. Clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posted online and gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Click, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days though, with slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So, are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered. That became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? You mistake me for a hard-working vampire. The eye roll! Do you see what I'm dealing with, Nua? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. This is so funny. The what he first met literally refers to what he had in the first game. We could get him Jahed Tubruk, the coffee ginger one, or the soulwood we just made last time. I think I'm gonna go for the older one though, just because we have also played the first episode.
Ginger. Coffee, ginger. Yeah, baby. Here you go.
Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well, Nina. Nice, Nua. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him, and I bet you could remember what he liked even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right, and Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He definitely has. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Oh! Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why won't you? Maybe you should take out the bats. Oh, hi everyone. Hey Lua. Hi Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while, but we ended up fighting with Baileys instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. That's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Noon? Of course. What would you like? We spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. Sure. Lemon and honey. That's easy enough to do. Ta-da! Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Nue. This is truly lovely, just what I needed. It's great to hear. The company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. Sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting. A from Bailey's, whatever. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. Thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me, but I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it would be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem, I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making of my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They always do these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They wear these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? Fiancé, I don't fucking know. What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be a special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. If I wants to honor that, he'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear you and your Alpha are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes? Right, I'm glad you remember that because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit. And decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just... my family might have certain expectations. Yeah, and what have we learned? We don't give a fuck about what your family wants. To an extent. It's your day, not your family's. Just saying. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? Sure, the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. That's so cute. What else is there? In fact, I've been Bloodsober for 10 years now. Model, past Doctor, and okay, that's the same text as in the first game. I love what the bright moonlight believe in life without a fight. I'm a big fan of art and poetry. That's also the same text as in the first game. But we're now working in a hospital. Okay, that's it. And here's to our new tea. Silky but spicy beverage that soothes furious emotions and brings storm and joys back to life. Cure for a sore throat. And ginger presides over the ground coffee at the bottom of the cup, originally from Indonesia. Screw your family's expectations, especially those expectations involve you potentially spending thousands of dollars on some superfoods party. Yeah! No, her problem with the family part is just that her extended family apparently spans over 200 people. She's like, oh, if I invite one of them, I have to invite all of them. I'm like, that's 200 people too many, but what do I know? Amazing how you pick up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent, wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, locked the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup, and she whipped out an old film camera, proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yeah, don't invite your extended family for real. A bit of TV shows about buying wedding dresses such because his sister mother putting family above their own as was present so often full. Yeah, especially with the wedding dress. It's like, oh, like it's one thing to take family with you to choose a wedding dress to get their opinion on like how it looks on you, but still in the end it has to be a dress you're comfortable wearing, a dress that you like, not what anyone else likes. And so often it's like, oh, you should wear this one. And not even just you should, but you need to wear this one. And it's like, it's your special day. You're spending a lot of money on a dress you're probably going to wear once. Like, the wedding should really just be between the 2 people having what they want, including if they want to have a wedding or not. Yeah. I see none of us are very big wedding fans. Like, fans of big weddings. Overall fans of weddings itself, I don't know. Show up in George in a t-shirts is fine. I mean, honestly, to be fair, yeah. You don't need to have a ceremony at all. You could just go and write on that piece of paper and be like, hey, I'm marrying this person and this person's marrying me. Dun dun. Go back home. If you so wanted to. Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light. And also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first I didn't think much of it. Started doing the usual posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes if that. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take thousands of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time. We got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining posers. Pulled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. She did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. But it's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked the portrait someone took of her. That's sweet. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales. Or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently that apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully, and it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Oh well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hai. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids drama and offend the parents, but most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. The Korean mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. It's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Nua. See you later. Good night, you two. Here we go again. Last one sitting. I mean, I work here. It would be kind of weird for me to be leaving right now, no? Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about the wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. Are you not? Are you not a romantic? People get married. They think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I'd know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like is never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt.
He says, and yet he's like, oh, I'm not a romantic. Like, are you listening?
Well, in my case, I sing on my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. Girl, what the fuck? I'm not talking to you. Why? Oh, the G in singe is a J sound. Are you for fucking real? So I would have said it correctly if I had just gone with my gut feeling. Thanks, good to know. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, knew it. And I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala's from a long-living species, but even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now in a century, maybe two, and Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right, Nguyen? That's very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. Suppose that's true. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to that, to continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. You may make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well.
Friend!
Are you lost? Oh no, Lucas, please. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde, but some of us will. Ooh. I see. So what? Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with drones. So review. So what now? We're an alien? We were part of the hive mind or we're still part of the hive mind that Silver is a part of? And we're immortal. Ain't that some funny and interesting new tidbits of story? Hello? Y'all always has her secrets. Top of the morning to y'all, hungover but feeling awesome? It's been almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games is just staggering. Oh yeah, that's true. No delivery today, will resume tomorrow. That's good. Hold on. To the story. On top of the Ferris wheel. It was finally our turn to ride the Ferris wheel. She grabbed my hand tight, excitedly pulling me into the faded pink gondola. It Her small hand felt cold on my skin. Before it was warm. The slightest touch of it used to warm my universe, used to excite me. But when she pulled me into the seat beside her, it felt cold. I knew I was the one who had changed. I was the one who could no longer feel her warmth. The Ferris wheel finally moved. She stared at the lake beside the wheel as we went upward slowly. The Ferris wheel is amazing, right? I feel like it's taking us to a world separate from our own. A world for just the two of us, She began a conversation. I replied with a faint smile. Hey, pretty boy, want in on a secret? I love you. Her smile was so sincere, it was painful to receive those words. I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. She didn't wait for a reply. A long silence passed as she turned back to the scenery laid on the other side of the window. I knew she was hiding her face from me. The Ferris wheel was halfway to the top now, still climbing ever so slowly. I tried to find the words I wanted to say to her. What's the softest way to break someone's heart? We reached the top of the Ferris wheel when it stopped like it was supposed to. For a moment, our time was frozen on the tip of the world. Hey, can we talk? Words finally found the courage to come out of my mouth. I know exactly what you want to say. You've been holding it in for months now, right? That same sincere smile. She should have kept that smile for someone who could love her as she loved me. Not for someone who was about to break her heart. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready for this, but I was just pretending. Silly, huh? It's not. It's my fault. I'm sorry. She tried to fake a laugh. Her eyes were wet behind her glasses, bedewed by her tears. You deserve someone better, not me. I'm sorry. Hey, can you pretend a little bit longer too? At least not up here. Please. I cursed the universe for letting her love the wrong person. I cursed myself for letting her love me. The Ferris wheel creaked softly, signaling its movement, this time downward. Well, now, that sure is a depressing thing to end up on. That was not the goal. I did not want to end it on a note like that, but okay, sure. Okay. I'll take what I can get.
Thank you for the bet. Oh. Thank you.
And what I got was that we got up to... Wait, how many more days has this game have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 more days.
And several different ending scenes depending on what you do during it. So... it's gonna take us a little longer than the first game, that's for sure. Thank you for a nice stream. No, thank you for coming. We'll continue coffee talk on Sunday. And I'm gonna see you to 6 days. I'm gonna see you tomorrow for... I was about to say Ace Attorney. Why the fuck? Atelier Sophie. That's gonna be fun. Hopefully. Thank you for a good stream. Hope that everyone has a fantastic night. You too. Tomorrow is a Friday. Let's finally Friday soonish. I hope you all enjoy your night. I'm gonna send you over to Ada, who's playing Kingdom Hearts. I cannot actually tell you which specific Kingdom Hearts that seems to be. But Ada is always a fun time, so that's where we're gonna go. Ace Attorney Atelier, can see the difference. I mean, I know why. It's because of the Edgeworth and Majima picture that I saw earlier on Twitter, but still. Hey, Ace Attorney. One day though. One day I'll play Ace Attorney on stream. What do you mean actual short news stream? It's during the week. This is usually the case during the week. Ace Attorney. Yeah. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. Let me set up that right and give you the right message. Thank you so much for coming by. Have a good night. I'll get some rest. Don't get up at 4:30 in the morning to have a shower. That's just stupid. Take it from someone who did. Don't do that. Have a good night.
And bye. Bye.